Cameron, when you talk about technology and all these different items, that come out in construction, of course, you're not in the construction world, but how does technology really affect trade? Because going back to the history, before there was even money, that's what people did is they traded.
Yep.
And now you have technology, which I imagine has taken the ability for people to trade to an entirely new level.
It has, actually, and it's a great question. It's actually brought some balance back, I think, and has gotten trade closer to cash than maybe it's ever been. Cash money was invented because trading for everything was not practical in a big enough society, obviously.
In Spain.
Is that the case?
Yeah, the first world currency was like Spanish silver press things. I just saw this on the History Channel.
That's fascinating.
Yeah,
okay.
When you have two young children, you have lots of time to watch TV between the hours of like 7:30 and when you go to bed.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. So you learn a lot.
I learn a lot.
Well, but
I also know how to build any bar in the world now from watching Bar Rescue. But that's
Bar Rescue. I don't think I know that one.
Check it out on Spike.
I will. But back to the topic of currency. It was invented because trading was not efficient, or as efficient as cash, of course. Technology has brought some of that efficiency back because we're able to much more quickly put together likely parties for a trade. Because we're able to see what's available, who's buying, who's selling, and what so much more quickly through all the websites where things are posted, through email communication, through texting, all these other tools. Buyers and sellers are able to be put together much more rapidly, which has returned a degree of flexibility to trade. It was already a useful tool for a number of things, but it's now more useful for more purchases because you can see what's out there and get a hold of it that much more quickly. So that lag between a buyer wanting something and a seller having something kind of is shrunk. Is reduced by the technology.
Because in some ways, working with Itex is almost like eBay, where you have a bunch of stuff is posted online, and you have a different currency.
Yeah, and there's two parts to trade when you're really doing it well. There's, a savvy trader will have regular vendors. Maybe it's their attorney and their accountant. Maybe it's their telecommunications. Maybe it's their landscaper or their pest control. Maybe it's all those things. But they'll have a few services they're regularly spending their trade on as a way to save cash. And then there's going to be one-off items or vacations or services or gifts for the holidays, things that are not regular but are sort of on demand. And that's where the technology has added that power. Like you said, the eBay side of things, here's some cool stuff, but we have a limited supply of it. Get it now while the getting's good, so to speak. So that add-on to the regular service piece is where technology has really improved our ability to get things done for our customers.
Mm-hmm. And so are there more people, I guess right now the local economy is, of course, propped up a little bit. So does technology make it easier to get in the game, I suppose?
Yeah, I think so. Clients that join Itex, the first thing we do is we promote them to our customers so people know that they're available. Promoting people to our customers has become very easy. They all have a website with content readily available about their products and services. It can be easily translated to our websites and other mediums. So things like that, again, it help us market our clients more effectively, help us get information out faster, and help people respond. A great example is I have a customer who listed several items on our website last night, and they were nice ones. He's got a Bluetooth headset, a tablet, a speaker system, some of these things that he's moving because he wants some trade. And because of our national website, because of the technology, that gets disseminated really quickly. He sold all 4 of his products within 2 hours of listing them on our website because of the technology gets it out to people quickly. So it makes it a very powerful sales channel.
Is it used and new stuff?
Yeah, there's a degree of, it's not a garage sale access point, so there's a degree of filtering that goes on. But yeah, for example, this tablet that he sold was used, but it's a year old, it's in really nice condition. Somebody wants that for their home or for their business, and they're not paying cash for it. He's getting something that's going to help him pay his mechanic or his landscaping bill. So it's a win-win for everybody.
And so when you start putting those items, or I guess when you start putting trade into play, it's always interesting to think whether it's getting stuff for your business, because most people are acquiring trade dollars for your business, or getting stuff for personal use, because there's probably a misconception that people have to, as you get things for your business, you acquire it essentially in your business's name, right? Your trade account. Now, what can you go spend it on?
Well, and that's an interesting question. People ask me that, and they say, well, what can I do? And I want to tell them is whatever you want. We try not to over confuse with the principle. It's a different kind of currency, but that's the only difference. Everything else, it's your money. You can do what you want with it. What do you do with cash money? Some of it goes to pay your business expenses, but the rest of it probably goes to pay your bills. That's why you started a business in the first place, probably, is to pay your bills, to improve your lifestyle. And trade can be used the exact same way. Again, the savvy users, as I mentioned, there's sort of a profile. The ones that spend on regular services and one-off items, well, the profile fits these people also. They spend money on their business, but when the value's there, they use it for themselves too. Because, again, that's why we have a business in most cases, to take care of our family, our friends, our loved ones, ourselves. And trade accounts are good for whatever you want them for and can be, put to use. So there's no restrictions on anything like that.
Certainly. Well, interesting. It's I guess it can come down to just about anything that you can spend trade on. When we come back, Anthony Wright joins us, who actually works with Itex.
Indeed.
And things such as like moving your furniture, your house.
That's a bill that crops up that maybe you don't have cash flow for. You can trade for it.